Hey guys, part two of what I spoke about this morning in terms of having very clear vision of what's going to be happening for you in the future rather than being completely at the whim of day-to-day occurrences which keeps you in a flippy-floppy kind of way of life which isn't going to serve you well. To really have conviction, to really have focus and to create a sense of courage and have almost like a shield which protects you in these uncertain times. Focus is key, and visualization is 100% the most important thing that you can do. I encourage you to do visualization twice a day, 3 times a day, every day of the week. So let's make it very, very specific process on how that technique works, okay? I want you to get into a space where you're relaxed and comfortable. And the first part of doing that is having a comfortable chair or a comfortable bed. When you're there, ensure that nothing is crossed, arms, legs, whatever. And I want you to allow yourself to clear your mind using your breathing. And if you can just take at least 4 to 6 breaths evenly in and out, in and out, you'll find that calmness starts to seep in, and you find that you'll clear your mind. And if you just focus on that process of breathing in and out 6 times, counting in for 6, out for 6 times, you should arrive at a calm space and be ready to make that visualization even better. Now the second part of this technique is the actual, what am I visualizing? Well, the first thing I ask clients to do is define a clear goal, a specific measurable goal. For example, that goal could be, by the end of this year, 2020, I'm going to have $50,000 in the bank. Let's assume that that's your goal. Now that's great. However, goals aren't necessarily as evoking as the reason that you want that goal, the deeper why. And that is the true emotional part of any goal. So if I've got $50,000 in the bank, well, what do you get from that? So how do you effectively know you've achieved the true value of what you want from that goal? And that normally links to something else. And for example, you might say, well, if I have $50,000 in the bank, I'll know that I've achieved that goal by purchasing my home. And therefore, I'll be walking in my ideal home, or I might be sitting in the couch next to my loved one in our ideal home, enjoying a beautiful time watching Netflix together. And that might be your vision. That might be what gives you a real heartfelt sense of, I've achieved it. Because having 50 grand in the bank means nothing if your loved one isn't sitting next to you and you feel happy. So that's the outcome. So that's the second part. What's the outcome if you get the goal? Now the third part of visualization is this. With your eyes open or closed, whatever it may be, I want you to really focus on that outcome. I want you to really build that picture of what you see. In our example, it was the couch, you're sitting there, Netflix. Really build that example, the color, the sounds, the feeling of the couch under you, the thoughts running through your head, the feeling in your heart when you're there. Notice that picture, take in the sounds and immerse yourself in the feelings. And when you've done that, I want you to magnify that even more, make it more compelling, enhance the picture, enhance the colors, make them brighter, make it shine. Make the picture wider, blow it up so it's panoramic, so it takes over your entire view in your visualization. Make it move. You know, you and your partner may now, hey, you may cuddle, whatever it might be. Really enhance the entire activity, the live through that picture right now, okay? And I want you to live through that picture, enhance it as much as possible, and really take in every moment of it. Even define a time when that's all happening in that picture. For example, you might even notice that in that lounge room, you might pick up a newspaper and it tells you the date when that's happening, because now that becomes part of when this is all happening. And that really makes visualization a powerful tool. And that's a third part of the visualization. And to be honest with you, for this video, that's all I want you to do is those three parts. Okay, part one, create the measurable goal. Part two, attach the outcome. What will I get out of that goal? Part three, step into the picture, hear the sounds, feel the feeling, and notice what you're saying to yourself. Pay attention to what you're thinking even. Notice what other people are saying to you. Make that real and do that twice, 3 times a day for something powerful. And I encourage you to do this 2 to 3 times a day right now, right through this tough period of time. Don't get into a space where you think, I can't plan anything, I can't have any goals because I've got to wait and see what happens. No, 100% no. This is the most important time to take charge and say to yourself, these are my goals, these are my outcomes, and ask the universe to continue to deliver them despite what's happening out there. That's the bubble you want to be in. As I said to one of my clients this morning, what's the use of visualizing what's real based on fear as opposed to visualizing what might be not realistic, but it's based on courage and your dream? Which one's nicer? To sit around every day and go, oh, but this isn't real and I just have to think about all this ugly stuff? Or can you just look at what's possible and ask for the universe to give it to you? So I can tell you, you're not going to get it until you ask for that. Visualize some great outcomes, guys. Hold on to those right now in these tough times, and you'll get through this. And you won't just thrive, you'll survive. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you got something out of that. Mark from the Hypno Hut. Cheers.